¿Qué tal amigos y amigas de Road Running Review? Estamos en la presentación precisamente de esta zapatilla de Brooks que muchos conocéis, la Hyperion Max, también de la Ghost, y tenemos la ocasión o la oportunidad única de hablar directamente con una de las personas responsables directamente traídas desde los Estados Unidos, y en este caso os voy a presentar al vicepresidente de Brooks en este caso Footwear Design, con lo cual gente de producto, gente que toca el producto a diario, que fabrica prototipos, diseño, etc. Y en este caso tenemos a Carson Caprara. I guess I probably did well. So
you did very well. Yeah, that works.
So
well done.
Carson, nice to see you. Nice to talk with you. Nice to say a short interview about shoes aspects, things I think probably can be interesting for the people. And first question I'm gonna ask you is about Brooks for sure. What about there's different trendings right now in the industry, like we already talked about women, but there's one probably sustainability.
Right.
How it's gonna work, Brooks, in the future, let's say right now, in this aspect. Le estaba preguntando a Carson un poco sobre sostenibilidad. Hemos hablado antes también del tema de la mujer, que también nos vamos a comentar un poco más, pero creo que ahora con el lanzamiento de carbono, de nuevos foams, etc., el tema de la sostenibilidad está muy al día a día, o sea que vamos a preguntarle a Carson.
Yeah, you know, look, sustainability is really important to us. You go back a number of years, 10 years, 15 years, we had a shoe called the Green Silence, which really started the conversation about sustainability in footwear.
Yeah.
And so it's always been very important to us. We have a 10-year vision on sustainability, and we think that the way to get the shoes to be more sustainable is there's no shortcut.
Okay.
We need to spend time with our suppliers and our partners to produce great materials that not only are sustainable and recyclable, reusable, but also better materials than what we've had in the past.
Yeah, and they have to work during the...
Has to work, has to perform. I think our ambition is to have sustainable materials that are better than the non-sustainable materials.
That's right.
So performance can actually be better and more sustainable at the same time.
Ellos trabajan con un plan prácticamente de desarrollo de 10 años en temas de sostenibilidad. Creo que a flor o a piel de día a día todas las marcas están trabajando muy en esta línea. Brooks evidentemente no es la excepción. Le quería preguntar un poco sobre el carbono. And what about the carbon fiber plates? Probably is one of the material could be on the future more, let's say, complicated to recycle.
Yeah.
How are you gonna recycle with the Hyperion Elite?
Yeah, we're going to have to look at ways of doing that. I think we're looking at printing plates now as opposed to the waste that comes with the current manufacturing process. So that's going to be one way we're going to improve. And then we have to look at reuse and figuring out ways to pull back in the material and to break it down and to reuse the carbon.
Placas de carbono, tema de sostenibilidad de cara al futuro, uno de los materiales que lo que decíamos, que están trabajando y que creo que será muy importante y tendremos muchos en cuenta. Antes hemos estado hablando, we were talking about the shoe learning, right?
Yeah.
Cómo hacer una zapatilla específica para cada corredor. Y Carson nos comentaba un poco sobre cómo lo está trabajando Brooks y me gustaría que os lo trasladase directamente a vosotros. Carson, you were talking about the shoe learning, how the Brooks is working to adapt a shoe specific for each runner, let's say super runner, neutral runner, supinator runner as well.
Yep.
How are you gonna improve this, let's say, adaptive shoe?
Yeah, you know, so we're going to first of all start to understand each runner uniquely.
Yeah.
Each runner, how they run and what they can benefit from in a shoe. That's the first thing. Then the technology has to be available for us to tune the shoe for each person. And so that's what we're working on right now. And it's two parts. So it's learning about each person individually, figuring out what's important in a shoe, and then making a process that can be manufactured for a lot of people. And so that's the journey that we're on right now.
Working as well.
Yeah,
right? It's probably one of the... Hemos estado hablando justamente con Carson. I think Brooks is one of the, probably the brands are considering more the support on a shoe. So you got the GTS line specifically for each model. Do you think support and let's say pronation, I know here in Spain, say pronation is like, it's a foul word. People don't like to tell you, hey, you are a pronation guy.
Okay.
Let's say, it looks better if you say stability guy.
Okay.
Right? So why Brooks gives so important to the guide rails and the support.
Yeah, well, I would agree on this on the pronation because pronation is a natural motion.
Yep.
And so we look beyond pronation. Pronation is just one thing the body does. It's actually a really effective way the body keeps itself balanced. So for us, it's about trying to understand how does your body want to move and how can the shoe support you in that motion.
Okay.
So support is a word that we think is for everybody. Everybody needs a shoe that supports their body. And so guide rails and where we're trying to take footwear is that everyone has the support that they need as a runner for them in their shoe.
Guide rails, no lo puedo ejemplificar en esta zapatilla, pero ya sabéis que son las guías laterales que utiliza Brooks en sus modelos de la línea de estabilidad. Question: why are you? So you got the Glycerin GTS, the Glycerin 20. Why you still have the Adrenaline GTS and the Brooks for the neutral? I guess. I mean, there's
The
no
Ghost,
GTS, for example. Le estaba preguntando que por qué hay una Glycerin neutra, llamémoslo así, una Glycerin con soporte, y en el caso de la Ghost no hay una Ghost GTS, sino que tenemos la Adrenaline.
Yeah, great question. And I think the reason is that people know the Adrenaline as a support shoe and a GTS already, whereas I think our other support shoes, people didn't know them.
Okay.
And so the goal is for people that need that support to be able to get it easily. And because the Adrenaline is such a big name, people find their way into it. So right now we think it would actually make it harder for people if we change the name of that shoe than making a shoe like the Glycerin GTS versus a Transcend, which a lot of people didn't know what that shoe was. So that's why we haven't changed it. It's not that we won't ever, but right now we just feel like people already know it, and so we don't need to spend time confusing them.
Ok, es un tema más que nada para cómo nombrar sobre todo modelos míticos como la Adrenaline, que seguramente cambiarle el nombre pues puede suponer, igual que sucedió en su momento con la Transcend, que ahora ya sabéis que se llama Glycerin GTS. Last two questions.
Great.
We're talking support. What about the fastest shoes? Why not still GTS fast shoes? I mean, I know probably in the future we will see a Hyperion with GTS or something. Do you think the racing shoes need support?
Yes.
They need.
Yes, thank you for saying that. They absolutely do. Because support is efficiency.
Yep.
So for some people, to get that support will help them perform better. And we want fast feeling shoes to be for everybody.
Okay.
And so we will put guide rails in our Hyperion.
Okay. Le comentaba, zapatillas rápidas con soporte, parece que es algo en peligro de extinción, que no existe, pero Brooks lo va a trabajar en cara ya a finales de este año 2023 con algún lanzamiento que ya os vamos a ir enseñando. And last question, we're here for this shoe, Hyperion Max and the Ghost 15. What about these shoes? What about, do you think this is giving the answer to the demand? I mean, people want profile, stack, and cushion, and go fast. Is this the solution?
I think it is a solution. I think it's going to be a solution for a long time. We're going to move this shoe very quickly and evolve it and keep new technology in it. But what this shoe is made to do is be for anybody who wants to feel fast on a run. And so it's going to work for a lot of people. It has an assisted transition, so it's a very aggressive toe off. So it gives you all of that enhancement that you want, but you can also put a lot of miles on it. You can train in it every day, and you can race in it. So we think it's a shoe that can just work for a lot of people.
Le preguntaba a Carson sobre esta Hyperion Max, la nueva zapatilla que responde un poco a la demanda, que la gente lo que quiere es zapatillas con más perfiles, pero que sean ligeras y que se pueden utilizar para entrenamientos rápidos, para competiciones, pero también para entrenamientos algo más largos, donde buscamos protección. Carson, nice to talk with you. Gracias, evidentemente, por dejarnos unos minutitos para charlar con él. I hope to see you and talk to you probably in a year or 2 years, I don't know, and talk about more shoes, more technology, more Brooks, and for sure to improve the brand.
Yes, looking forward to it.
Yeah, sure.
Muchas gracias.
Nice to see you. Gracias a ti.
Gracias.
Hasta la próxima, amigos.